Well, hopefully I'm getting all the bad luck out of the way right now, because I'd rather have to reset a bunch for Mage Masher luck than, like, get destroyed by the card tournament again and, or get meteor wiped by death guys repeatedly. Yeah. I passed on his offer to get some. Oh, thanks, Andy Pro. Oh, cool, Red X2K. Thank you, Hiniklal. Yeah, the sea lion fight is pretty nasty, even if you're new to the game, even if you've been actually fighting random battles. Yeah, it's awesome, Pink Floyd. Glad to see there's so much love for Final Fantasy these days. Yeah, Bro Sencha, I want to get into FF4 at some point too, just because I've got so much nostalgia for the game, and it's a lot shorter than a lot of these other ones. But I think when I get into it, I'm going to learn the PSP version, since no one else is really currently doing that, and looks like it's got some fun differences from the Super Nintendo version. Like the auto battle. I mean, the PSP version would be kind of a lot like the Japanese Super Nintendo version, only without any glitches. No thanks on the DS version. FF4 DS is actually my favorite version of the game for normal play, but it's pretty much unspeedrunnable without lots of grinding. Plus, I also don't have any means of capturing or streaming DS. Yeah, FF8 is so broken if you know what you're doing. That's kind of the whole point of FF4 DS, really, is just that it's meant to be an actual challenge compared to the other if you already know how to play FF4. Yeah. Yes, it's kind of funny how polarizing both 7 and 8 are, 8 especially. Oops, dang it. I didn't realize Marcus's turn hadn't come up yet. Hey, I have no name. Oh, it was pretty good, Gauntlet Man. Didn't really do anything too exciting. There we go. So what was that, 3 resets then? I wasn't really tracking it very well. Hey Wifey, Happy New Year to you too. Yeah, so many people have a lot of nostalgia for 7 because for a lot of people it was the first RPG they played, just because it was the kind of, I don't know, the first big budget JRPG that was released in English. Oh, cool, yeah. Actually making it to the Excalibur II is, like on your first practice run is pretty good. Hey, Dan. Yeah, I mean, I want, as long as I can get out of the, Masked Man battle in under 4 minutes, I'll take it, basically. Because given how long this run is, fighting over every last second you can get on the first battle is not really worth it. Yeah, plus it had Sid in it too, and his passion for people drinking their tea. Gauntlet Man, there aren't any other there aren't any other SDA recognized categories for this game, but there's lots of other challenge runs I've seen people do other than just a pure speed run. Like I think the most popular one I've heard of is the Excalibur II Perfect game. I don't really fully understand what all is involved with that other than getting the Excalibur II, and I'm guessing a bunch of other stuff too, so that actually being able to do it is a challenge. There's also level 1 challenge, which is pretty nasty. Oh, low-level Excalibur II. I still have yet to really get interested in doing any kind of challenge run of an RPG other than a speed run, although the only one I've really even thought about is the minimalist playthrough of FF6, where you only use Celis, Edgar, and Setzer in the World of Ruin. Yeah, staying at level 1 in this game is very, very nasty actually, because there's a lot of forced battles that give you experience. I mean, bosses don't give you experience, but you have a lot of battles like with black mages and Alexandrian soldiers and Mastodons and stuff that give you experience. So to get out of those battles without gaining levels, you have to either win by using stop or petrify on all of your enemies, or you have to have zombie or virus status. So obviously staying at level 1 is just pretty much completely impossible for one sitting. You're gonna have to save and reset a lot for missing too much with stop and running out of MP, and just other stuff that'll mean you gain levels. Getting wiped out by random encounters is pretty likely too at level 1. It's not really that big of a deal in a speed run, given that you'll be gaining levels, so you'll pretty much always have enough HP to be able to get away from random encounters before you die. As long as you have the right abilities on too, to prevent you from getting killed by like heat and freeze and stuff like that. Thank you, Stalker. Happy New Year to you too. Oh yeah, I mean, I'd say the biggest danger with not having the reflect ring is Necron, just because if you don't have a reflect ring, then if Necron does a all attack expel like Thundaga or something on its first turn, then you're dead. That's probably the biggest reason to get the reflect ring, is just to make it so that Necron can't cheese you out. I mean, he still can by using Meteor on his first turn, or getting Grand Cross off before you can jump because of having really crappy ATB luck, but Reflect Ring makes it a pretty safe fight. Oh god, yeah, and the Via Purifico, that's pretty nasty. Well, Brosensha, I heard that somebody actually did beat Kefka with Umaro only, but it was on emulator with a lot of save states, because Since you can't, if it was possible to change Umaro's equipment, it would be, yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be that bad, I wouldn't think. But since you can't, you'd pretty much just have to luck manipulate the heck out of it so that Kefka's nastier attacks all miss. Yeah, I don't even want to think about how long it took to actually do it, too. Yeah, I mean, you can. It is. I've still pulled out. I've squeaked out a couple wins on Necron, even if he gets Grand Cross off. But it's pretty hard. I mean, the only real way to guarantee surviving Neutron Ring too is to have Freya and somebody else survive Grand Cross, and then because you can't cancel Grand Cross after he uses. Or you can't cancel Neutron Ring after he uses Grand Cross. He'll always wait for you to land from jumping, but if there's somebody else that's still alive, then he'll kill them with Neutron Ring, and then you can start setting up to fight back. Oh, cool, Just Terrace. Well, there's supposedly going to be a HD remaster of Final Fantasy X released for the PS3, but that's been in development for I think like over a year now, and there's still no release date or anything, so who knows. Good morning, Kitlore. Happy New Year's. Yeah, for Disc 4, you really want to make sure to have Devil Killer on for up until you get to Death Guys, basically, and then you switch to Bird Killer for the final boss gauntlet. No, the SFX moves are just for entertainment value, basically, and in speedrun, they're time wasters. It's kind of funny if you use SFX on Steiner when you fight him, though. He reacts to it quite hilariously. Not a great start. Getting any more than one SFX used on you is kind of bad luck. Alright, please don't do that again. Oh, I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself? Hey, Desi, Happy New Year's. Yes. Yes, Michael Bay would highly approve of Pyro and Poly. Alright, let's see. My track record on this has actually been kind of bad lately, even though I've gotten 100 on it a few times. Decent luck so far. Alright, didn't get any misses there, but I probably didn't get 100. Oh hey, I did! Nice! Nice, nice, nice. Because I know I was a little late on hitting one of the downs. Oh, Happy New Year to you and Ryan too, Keyfry. The unfortunate thing is that none of us FF9 runners have still really sat down and done a route of how to what to do if you get 100 nobles. Hey, IO bro. Because I mean, it means you have 9,000 more gil than you otherwise would, basically, and you can skip picking up some other stuff to sell for money. The fact that you have more money to make cotton robes and Lindblom certainly helps too. For anyone not familiar with the cotton robe trick, that's basically if you a cotton robe is an item you can synthesize that sells for more than it costs both to buy the ingredients and pay the synthesis fee. Laziness, broken bad guy. I mean, actually getting 100 is kind of RNG dependent too. Just because if you get a lot of X's and triangles in the first 10 inputs, that really helps. Just because your score on this mini game is based on your accuracy and your speed at hitting the inputs. And since you're only going to get triangle X and left and right for about the first 10 inputs or so, if you get and you get less time to react if you get left or right, getting a lot of X's and triangles really helps you get your speed rating up. You can also get a Moonstone accessory if you get 100 nobles from after you switch to Steiner of coming back up here and talking to Braun, but it's not worth the time in the speedrun. Yeah, this is actually probably the nastiest RPG I've ever played for dialogue mashing. Just, I mean, it's good in that you can blast through the dialogue pretty fast by doing double button mashing, but it's very tiring to do in some of these longer cutscenes. If you're just not a pro button masher, which most RPG runners aren't. Like, Illusion of Gaia has pretty much the same system for text mashing, but it also has considerably fewer cutscenes, so I don't mind it at all in that game. Yeah, the start of Disc 3 is really tiring. I did some Tetra Master boot camp yesterday. I think today I'm going to use the safer strat, which is like I don't know, probably about 2 minutes slower on average, maybe. That's where instead of playing with the cards that you get as monster drops, you just you throw away all of your cards and then get new ones from Dr. Tot, because the cards he gives you are much better than the ones you'd have gotten from monster drops. Well, yeah, I talked to Rain a little bit, but I also just read some FAQs on how the rules for Tetra Master work exactly, along with practicing a bit, both on emulator and on a Flash app that I found that lets you play Tetra Master against an AI opponent. Well, how good are the Ramu and Shiva cards? Just because I've never actually tried that before. I mean, I guess I could. I mean, if they're actually really good, I could play it by ear, I guess, and check because I normally look at my cards at the start of this 3, and then decide from there if I'm doing Todd or Tomato Rice strats. Well, do keep in mind that every card is always random. I mean, even as far as what the stats are, I mean, some have a better chance than others of having good stats. But if you get bad arrows too, then